Hey there, word nerds! Is it Tuesday already? Alright, so first off, big congratulations to everyone for surviving Monday, the worst of all the days of the week. Yay! I don't know if anyone else's Monday was as rough as mine, but it was kind of crazy. So anyway, we've all made it to Tuesday, unless there's some ghost watching. If so, welcome ghosts! Which means that I get to talk about my favorite subject, books. So I have 3 book recommendations for you this week. They're kind of 3 different stages of my reading process. The first book is one that I just reread, so it's my second time reading, and the next book will be a book that I just read for the first time, and the last book is a book that I just picked up from the library and started today, and I'm really excited about it. So here we go. Alright, so I've kind of been on a rereading kick lately. I've been kind of revisiting some of my favorite books. And so I just finished rereading a book from 1986 called Howl's Moving Castle by Diana Wynne Jones. You might also be familiar with the movie of the same name that's made by Hayao Miyazaki. It's a really awesome Japanese adaptation of it. But even if you've seen the movie, the book is kind of different in a lot of ways. So I definitely recommend checking out both versions. Howl's Moving Castle has everything that I love in a book. It takes place in a fantasy world, but it also has ties to the real world, which is kind of a cool dynamic there in the setting. It has magic and demons and adventure and love, of course. And most importantly, it has some characters that I just adore. It's about a girl who believes she's doomed to fail on any adventure she sets out on. But of course, she ends up on an adventure anyway because of a curse that a witch puts on her. And so she ends up living in this strange floating castle with a very self-absorbed wizard and his apprentice and a fire demon. And they end up on this adventure she never could have imagined for herself. And of course, she grows along the way and discovers her own courage. I just love this story because it's really fun and it's kind of a quick read, and it's also a little bit quirky, which is kind of refreshing sometimes. At the same time, it's really heartwarming. I just feel really happy every time I read it. So go out and read it. Even if you've read it before, read it again, because I just read it for the second time and enjoyed it just as much as the first time. Next is a book that came out this year, Lola and the Boy Next Door by Stephanie Perkins. I got this book from the library and read the entire thing in one Saturday afternoon. It was that good. It's a sequel-ish companion novel to Anna and the French Kiss, if you read that. But you don't even have to have read it to understand it, because I actually haven't read Anna yet. I want to, but I haven't, and you can still really appreciate this book without having read it. And if you have read Anna, I have a feeling it would be even cooler because Anna and her boyfriend show up in the story, and they actually are involved in the story quite a bit. Lola is one of the most fun characters I've read about in a while. Actually, all the characters in this story are just really, really fun. Lola is kind of quirky, and she wears costumes and wigs every day because she wants to be a costume designer one day. And she just isn't afraid to be different. Obviously, it's also about the boy next door to Lola, and he was Lola's first crush, and he's just moved back in after a few years away. So she's trying to figure out her feelings and how to make a friendship work with him. It's really funny in a lot of ways, but it also is very touching and very emotional. It kind of made me think about my own relationships and about how I accept myself and accept my own oddities. And I think what I love most is how well it portrays the intense emotions and the self-discovery that occurs in adolescence, because Lola goes through multiple changes throughout the story as she gains even more self-assurance about who she wants to be. Alright, so last up is a book that I just picked up from the library, and that is Tiger Lily by Jodi Lynn Anderson, and it's got a really pretty cover. I really like it. So Tiger Lily is just what it sounds like. It's about Tiger Lily from Peter Pan, and it's about her star-crossed romance with Peter, and it takes place before and after Wendy comes to the island. And so what also makes it really cool is that not only is it a story about a character that we don't know much about, but it also is narrated by Tinkerbell, which I think will be a really cool perspective, and I'm just so excited to read it. Sorry about that, just nerding out a little bit about getting a new book. So I hope that these were some good recommendations for y'all, and that maybe one of you will go and pick up one of these books and give it a try, because they're all pretty wonderful books. Well, I can't really speak for Tiger Lily yet, but I think it'll be wonderful. Anyway, until next time, my wordy, nerdy friends.